Best things to do when you are visiting Bicol. Whether you just want to take selfies with the popular landmarks or throw yourself into some fun adventures, or taking up your long vacation, Bicol's home of hospitable and loving people, natural beauty will never fail to surprise you. From Albay, Camarines Norte to Catanduanes, and Sorsogon to Masbate, there are exciting things you can try while traveling around the region. You can swim with the fishes in Sorsogon, enjoy the view of the majestic Mount Mayon volcano in its perfect cone in Albay, form and eat all you want at Bicol's finest restaurants. Bicol is home to Mount Mayon, a 20-million-year-old active volcano that offers both wild adventure and captivating history. While you're here, you have the chance to explore around the base of the volcano with ATV tours, hiking, photography, and more. While capturing unbelievable views, you'll learn about its active history of eruptions that have wiped out entire populations and desecrated whole villages. If Bicol isn't already on your bucket list of places to visit in the Philippines, it absolutely will be after today. Let's explore the best things to do in Bicol. How to get to Bicol. By air. Philippine Airlines and Cebu Pacific have regular flights from Manila and Cebu to Legazpi City. By bus. Several bus lines connect Metro Manila to Legazpi City, including Philtrenco, Superlines, DLTV, Cagsawa Tours, Amahan, Izarog Line, Street Jude Transit and Gold Line Tours. Fare starts at P800 and travel time is approximately 9 to 10 hours. By train. Philippine National Railways used to service Albay Province with their Bicol Express. The end terminal was in Legazpi City until the service stopped in 2006 after the line incurred damages due to typhoons. In 2011, the PNR Bicol Express resumed its Bicol Express service, albeit only up to Naga City, Camarines Sur. Currently, PNR service to Bicol is not operational. Where to stay in Legazpi Bicol, from backpackers' hostels, lodges and inns to fancy hotels, various accommodations for different market segments are available. Visit Quitinday Hills and Nature Park. If you love hiking and extreme adventures, Quitinday Hills and Nature Park is the place to go. From Camalig Town, hire a driver to take the 30-minute drive. You can test your endurance by walking 500 meters along a jungle path through slopes and peaks in order to reach the hilltop until you get to a small watering hole. Once you get to the peak, you can enjoy a breathtaking view of the vast, hilly scenery of Quitinday. The hills may vary in form, but they still look like the chocolate hills of Bohol. At first glance, it looks like there's not much to be seen, but this is only the beginning. For a fee, a tour guide on site will take you rafting through the underground river, where you'll see a complex system of natural caves that have been formed by water erosion. Some caves you can walk through with small waterfalls at your feet. Others you will raft through, like the Calabidongan Cave, otherwise known as Cave of Bats. If you're brave enough, take a cliff dive into a pool of natural aquamarine water. The nature park also offers remarkable views of the beautiful landscape encompassing smoothly rolled curves and plentiful coconut trees. And if you have extra time, you can experience a bamboo raft cruise in Sumilong Lake, also located in Camalig. It's worth it to visit just to experience the Quitinday Underground River. Climb the Mayon Volcano at Mayon Volcano National Park. Climbing the perfect coned Mount Mayon is one of the travel goals to achieve when you're in Albay. This active volcano serves as the main landmark of the province. You'll see Mount Mayon everywhere you go in Albay and eventually get curious enough to get a little bit closer. You can hike along the base of the volcano, take an ATV tour, or go with a jeepney tour that will take you up to the closest to the observatory. There are plenty of ways to get a bit more personal with this insane natural wonder. As Mount Mayon is an active volcano, you'll see a puff of smoke coming from its peak and a small cloud of smoke hanging just above it. It's so idyllic that it looks like a painting. The base of the mountain consists of flat plains, rice fields, creeks, and rivers, all waiting to be explored. Surf in Bigazbaz and Gubat Sorsogon. In Bicol, the best surfing paradise is either in Gubat, Sorsogon or Bigazbaz, Camarines Norte. Bigazbaz Beach in Dat, Camarines Norte is one of the top surfing spots in the Philippines. This brown sand beach break is a safe place for both novice and experienced surfers alike. A boulevard lined with guest houses, restaurants and KTV bars. Actually, the next best thing to do here besides surfing is karaoke, runs along the length of Bigazbaz Beach. Calèches or horse-drawn take tourists for a ride up and down this avenue. The beach itself wasn't white sand pretty at all, but at least it was quiet and clean. Fear is like a chain that ties and limits you from experiencing the world. The only way to get a taste of adventure is to be free from the chains of fear. There's a municipality 14 hours away by land from Manila that proves to be the perfect place for an energy recharge with nature. If you also happen to be into surfing and are looking for a chill spot to catch some waves, Gubat, Sorsogon is the place to be. The municipality of Gubat is not fully developed yet, so it gives off a laid-back provincia feel. You will literally be disconnected because the signal strength is not that great in most areas. But yeah, that's the whole point of going here, to be with nature and away from technology. I didn't run out of cash because it's expensive in Gubat, though. In fact, everything in Gubat is cheap. The accommodations are basic nipa huts. Although there is no air conditioning, they are well ventilated. This is what the camp is aiming for. They encourage you to try living a simple provincial life while you're there. The beach is just a step away and is a haven for those who love surfing. Unlike other surf spots, it's not crowded at all. We were even there on a weekend. You can rent surfboards at the camp or ask for a surfing lesson at a very reasonable price. The beach is just so pure, there are no distracting establishments. It's perfect for simply surfing or chilling on the beach while listening to the waves. The camp also faces the sunrise, so it's beautiful to wake up early and walk by the beach or surf in the mornings. Since the locals are very hospitable, you won't have a hard time connecting and interacting with them, and learning their ways and their stories. Gubat's shallow waters make it a perfect surfing site, particularly for beginners. So if you're also into surfing, these are the ideal sites you can visit while in Bicol. Go see the butanding and swim with the fishes in Sorsogon. The relatively unexploited Bicol destination due to closeness to other attractions make it more interesting to pay a visit. For instance, you can see the butanding while swimming with other fishes in Wag Lagoon Marine Sanctuary, Donsol Sorsogon. The sanctuary is established to preserve local marine species while providing the public a pleasurable and learning experience. The clear waters of Donsol also allow snorkeling and other exhilarating activities. Donsol is a municipality in the Sorsogon region Bicol in Luzon, Philippines. 15 years ago it was home to local fishermen and their families. The village had unpaved roads and water wells. Today it is a hub of tourism and the home of the Whale Shark Interaction Eco-Tourism Project. Donsol is leading the way in the Philippines for sustainable tourism, but also for involving the public in a great interaction with a gentle giant, the whale shark, or butanding as it is known in Tagalog. Donsol Eco-Tourism Initiative is led by the WWF. It was set up and is monitored by experts in the field of maritime conservation. Rules and limitations were put in place early to create a sustainable tourism operation that was beneficial to the whale sharks and not just to the humans profiting from the situation. Too often around the world, humans take advantage of popular animals and greed clouds their judgment when establishing such interactions. Donsol has put in considerable effort to avoid this situation. The rules and limitations were: don't touch the whale shark, don't restrict the movement of the whale shark or impede its natural path. The recommended distance from the whale shark is 3 meters from the tail. No flash photography. No scuba scooters, jet skis, or any motorized underwater propulsion. A maximum of 6 snorkelers per whale shark. Only 1 boat per whale shark. A registration fee of 300 Philippine pesos (PHP), less than $7 per person, is paid at the visitor center. The visitor center is where you will also rent your boat for the day. The boat package is 3,500 Philippine pesos, around $75 for a half-day rental. When is Donsol whale shark season? Donsol is one of just a few places in the world that can almost guarantee sightings during the whale shark season. During the month of November all the way through to June, whale shark season is on in Donsol, Sorsogon. The whale sharks come to Donsol Bay and stay for 6 to 7 months, feeding on the rich nutrients that flow down from the mouth of the Donsol River. Experience some exciting adventures in Bulusan Lake. Whether you want to hike, take a boat tour, or simply dip into the cool waters of Bulusan Lake, this is the way to go. Paddling is also a fun activity to do while checking out the lake. Nestled at the foot of the active Bulusan volcano in Sorsogon Province, Bulusan Lake's landscape is lush, its surroundings quiet except for the occasional rustling of leaves, the gentle paddling from canoes, and the distant chirping of birds. Locals can also be seen fishing in the lake, which is about 20 meters, approximately 60 feet, deep. This popular travel destination in Sorsogon also offers other extreme adventures apart from sightseeing and enjoying the emerald green water of the lake. Kayaking is another favorite activity that visitors do while taking pleasure in the lush jungles surrounding Bulusan Lake. Maintained by a cooperative, the expansive lake can be explored by renting kayaks or aqua cycles, which cost about P100 to P125 per person. Beyond the lake are several waterfalls, springs, and hiking trails, trips to which can be arranged at the cooperative's office. To get to Bulusan Lake, you may charter a tricycle from Irisan Public Market for about P300 per way, or else wait for a Bulusan jeepney and alight at the Bulusan Volcano National Park entrance. From here, it's a 1-kilometer walk to the lake. Travel time from Irisan via tricycle is about 30 minutes. Visit Cogsawa Ruins. Another must-see destination in Bicol is the Cogsawa Ruins. Built in 1587, destroyed in 1646, the 18th-century-old Franciscan church was established in 1724, and once again it was ruined after the violent explosion of Mount Mayon in 1814 that killed 1,200 people. Along with thousands of native people, this Franciscan church certainly has some stories to tell. Only the tower of the church remains standing and the rest is buried to the ground. The beauty of this ecotourism spot is that you get a stunning view of Mayan volcano while taking photos of the ruins. You can take the Leaning Tower of Pisa style photos or just gawk at the wonder that surrounds this ancient location. Hike the Kawa Kawa Hill. The 236-meter landform located in Ligao City resembles a kawa or cauldron from which its name was derived. And now, it is one of the best travel and sacred destinations in Albay, where you get a breathtaking 360-degree view of the city and nearby towns. At the top, you will also witness Mount Mayan and Mount Masaraga as well as the verdant rice fields. Tourists also enjoy the life-size Stations of the Cross, especially during Holy Week. Buhatan River Cruise. Another cool activity is the Buhatan River Cruise. Buhatan River is an eco-adventure tour with the river cruise being its highlight activity. You can go with up to 10 people on one boat, experience lounging on a raft with cushioned seats as it gets pulled by a small boat downstream and cruise down the river. The lush mangrove vegetation dominates the scenery with the occasional bird sighting. On board, local snacks are served, a circumflex euro, an interesting mix of local treats, which includes pili nuts, cassava and taro chips, and a fresh serving of cold lemongrass juice. The tour covers 3.9 kilometers per way, and this slow-paced journey's destination is the floating bamboo restaurant at the mouth of Sorsogon Bay. Here, a feast awaits visitors where only the freshest mud crabs, oysters, tilapia, and shrimps from the river are served. I recommend doing it for sunset. Doing so allows guests to experience in one go the river scenery in broad daylight, a gorgeous sunset view. Once it is dark, you can do firefly watching. Great experience. Daraga Church. This church is so majestic that it doesn't even look real. Set atop a hill with Mount Mayan in the background, this white towering piece of architecture looks like every castle from a Disney movie ever. But dig a little bit deeper and you'll discover that this church has served as a pillar of faith in this community since it was built by Franciscan missionaries in 1773. During the church's 230-year life, it has seen so much, including a devastating volcano eruption in 1814 that killed 200 people, as well as centuries of national instability with wars, invasions, and corruption. Vera Falls. This stunning waterfall is located between two volcanoes on the other side of Mount Mayan, where you'll have to cross through a couple of small towns to get there. You'll hire a car or join a tour group to take a 40-minute drive from Legazpi Center to Malinao Albay. Take advantage of the small town prices and culture by asking your driver to stop for a bite to eat. When you reach the car park, you'll embark on a walk down a set of 100 jungle stairs that will lead you to the beautiful Vera Falls. There is a cool and shallow pool of water at the base of the waterfall, perfect for splashing about on a hot day in the Philippines. Japanese tunnels. As you may know, the Philippines were caught up in World War II with a Japanese invasion that has left its mark on the country in many ways, including leftover infrastructure. In Oriental Legazpi, you can visit a Japanese-dug tunnel from 1941. Back in the day, the tunnel stretched all the way to City Hall. Today, the tunnel isn't quite as long but still offers a decent amount of crawl space to get your heart racing. Climb around through the tunnel where the height ranges from 3 to 4 feet tall. It is set seemingly in the middle of nowhere, a jungle tunnel that the Japanese thought no one would ever find.